Testing, testing, testing. Hi there, guys. My name is Rohan Beve, and today we are going to be talking about why do your knuckles pop? Today we're going to be talking about why do your knuckles pop. So, have you ever seen a person or anyone just in general start cracking their knuckles, right? Or just in some other people start cracking some other parts of their bodies. But have you ever actually thought, and how do they do this? I mean, you just twist it in some way, and why does this happen? Like, how does this pop, and where does this popping sound even come from? How come you move your finger or knuckle in some certain way and it just pops? Well, most scientists, okay, had many ideas and theories as to how this pop sound. Maybe it could be the stretching of ligaments, or maybe bones rubbing against each other. But in reality, how this knuckle popping sound happens is this. So our fingers are easy to crack. They're the easiest to pop. But other areas people can also pop as well include our neck, our back, our hip, wrist, shoulders, and etc. Okay? But how does this all happen? Well, all of these joints are synovial joints, okay? And these joints are the most flexible, okay? Now, in between these joints, okay, in between them is this fluid, synovial fluid, okay? And these fluids, okay, are basically used as, they're basically used to help bones glide over each other, joints glide over each other, and to cushion bones if they're trying to impact each other, they can't because the fluid stops them from doing so. Okay? And this fluid is made up of long lubricating molecules, okay? And their texture is basically the same of egg yolk. So you can think of this fluid as egg yolk, okay? But how does this popping sound actually happen? You see, inside the fluid, like any other fluid, are dissolved gas molecules, okay? And how the popping sound works is that when we stretch our bones far apart, okay? Whenever we stretch them far apart, the bones stretch out, the area around the fluid stretches out, but the fluid itself stays constant. Okay, because of this, this creates a low pressure zone. And because of it, it pulls out the dissolved gas molecules. And once it pulls out, okay, these molecules eventually form into bubbles, okay? And they pop into existence, okay? But they don't very last that long because the surrounding fluid around them presses on them until they collapse, popping them, okay? Now, most scientists believe that there are actually two pops whenever you'd crack a knuckle, okay? When you'd crack one, right? It there are two pops because the first pop can be the formation of the bubble and the second one being the bubble collapsing on itself, okay? There is a scientific theory though, okay? But still, eventually, as I said, until the fluid collapses, then once the fluid collapses, for example, you have a soda bottle, right? You'd open it up and all the gases would come out, right? And there would be, and a bunch of bubbles would form around it. This is basically the same principle, okay? But eventually, after 20 minutes, all the gas molecules get slowly dissolved back into the fluid for 20 minutes. That's why you can't pop the same joint for some time, because it takes some time to slowly dissolve that specific joint, okay? And for some other people who also stretch for long time people who sometimes like to crack their knuckles a lot, right? The thing is, okay, we stretch these joints as well, okay? And that's why when you'd crack as well, some people say that they feel their joints a bit more looser because, you know, it stretches out, and it makes it more flexible as well and feels looser. Okay, so that's also a bonus. But that's basically why do your knuckles pop, okay? And that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!